All right, hey now, it's the Rob from 1061.
Rob, wait.
What?
This is post to post. We got to do something big, something out there.
What were you thinking?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Town Square Media and 1061 KISS FM proudly bring to you your podcast champions of the world. He's the R to the O to the B. I'm STEVE. We are your hosts with the most, bringing you everything wrestling related from post to post.
Hey now, it's the Rob from 1061 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve, web contributor to 1061 evansville.youtube.
Here's our Raw review for this week. Well, I don't want to say that not a lot happened on Raw last night, because stuff did happen on the show, but there wasn't a whole lot I really thought to talk about, not a whole lot of surprises. So a lot happened on Sunday, and I feel like the dust was kind of settling from that on Monday. For example, we got some direction, I feel like, as to where the world title picture is going, which is good, which is what I wanted. You know, on Sunday, they left me wanting more. They wrapped the show up with a great match between Rollins and Reigns, and then Ambrose comes in out of nowhere, wins the title. They left me wanting more, which is a great feeling. That's the way you want to leave a show like that. And Monday they kind of delivered. Yesterday they kind of delivered the goods in that I know where we're going from here. I was not surprised that the main event of last night's show, again Rollins and Reigns, ended in a no contest, or was it a double count out technically? Because I think we all know they're going to a triple threat match.
A little faster than I thought they would.
I agree. I thought that it may have taken place at SummerSlam, but it seems to me as if it's going to take place before then at Battleground. And then I started thinking that, you know, with the brand split, maybe taking a front seat to SummerSlam this year. I know SummerSlam is the number 2 show of the year, don't get me wrong, but this brand extension is probably even more important. So that, you know, I wasn't really thinking in that mentality as far as, you know, they might want to get more ducks in a row before the brand extension as opposed to before SummerSlam. So that kind of makes sense to me. Boy, I thought that it was another great example last night of Rollins being great and Ambrose being great and Reigns being just a total turd.
Oh, see, I disagree. I mean, that whole match was good last night.
I'm not talking about the match. I'm talking about the first segment with the mic work.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So your thoughts? I know you waved this flag.
Same old. I don't think either one of them's doing a stellar job with the back and forth on them. I think Ambrose is what's keeping this story going. My
favorite part of when Reigns came out and was getting slaughtered. He was getting slaughtered by Phoenix. And my favorite thing was, like, Roman kind of tried to zing the crowd back. Like they were saying, you can't wrestle. And he was saying, like, instead of worrying about how good I wrestle, why don't you, like, drink your beer, Phoenix? And I'm just like, oh, God. This is just not what you do. This is just not good. And I was just like, I hope Steve is watching this, because that is Roman Reigns in a nutshell to me. Gotcha, Phoenix. You guys drink your...
You got to get past his words.
I don't have to get past them. I mean, that's part of being a wrestler.
I mean, but they used to let Brock Lesnar talk, and he was horrendous. I mean...
That's true, but they put a Band-Aid on Brock. You know,
and they need a Band-Aid on his mouth,
okay,
too, so.
But also, in the ring, Brock is Brock. And I feel like Roman is not Brock in the ring.
Well, nobody's Brock. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, so I feel like it's a little bit different. But I see your point. I mean, there's definitely champions that have gotten by it without being great on the mic. A lot of people would probably even argue my favorite of all time, Bret Hart, was not great on the mic. He wasn't great. He was better than Roman, but he wasn't great. Roman, I feel like, is just in a league of his own of being bad. But just, it's like he's trying and failing, and then WWE is also trying with him and failing. But we can move on, because this is, you know, it becomes the focus, and we don't want that. Other notes. I'm excited to see where this whole angle with them winds up going. Don't know if it'll be over by SummerSlam, but you know, or if it will even make it there. You know, who do you see making it out of a triple threat? Let's just say July's pay-per-view Battleground has a triple threat match with those two. Who do you see making it out with the belt?
Right now, I see Dean Ambrose making it out.
I'd say Dean has a good chance.
I mean, because he's white hot right now.
He certainly is, and I think almost maybe hotter than they expected him to be.
Yeah.
But I'll say I don't see his reign lasting long.
I don't see it lasting long, but I see it lasting through the Shield.
Okay, so then who beats Dean for the title?
They may have a Brock rematch.
So you don't think it will be Rollins or Reigns?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. I think it will be Rollins.
I know you want to think it's going to be Rollins, and some people could say it could be Roman Reigns again. They're going to rebuild Roman Reigns. He's going to go through a change this summer. I said that. I don't think it's going to be Rollins either. I think they're going to keep the title off of him. I think they still may be planning the Rollins Triple H feud at some point.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't make sense. I think a Reigns Triple H feud may make more sense again, but we'll see. I still stick by before the summer. I do think Rollins will beat Ambrose for the title in some capacity. So, I mean, maybe Roman's the guy who takes the fall in a triple threat match or whatever, but I do think that they kind of booked Ambrose to be a somewhat transitional champion from Reigns to Rollins, in my opinion. Not saying that's the right thing to do, just saying that's what I think his job is going to be. The first match of the night was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Yeah. And you're shaking your head. Go ahead.
I'm already tired of this. I mean, they've been friends for 15 years. They fight. I'm ready to see them both move on as well.
Okay, my thoughts are actually halfway between you and what I'll call the internet. I'm not over them. I just thought that last night was a little disappointing. All we hear about is how great their chemistry is. Yeah. And I've not seen an example on the main roster yet that really displays that. Yeah. I know they have a history in the independents and in NXT of having great matches, and I'm excited to see that. I do think this was the beginning of a feud as opposed to like an end of a feud, and I'm excited. I'm okay. I'm not over it. Like I don't want it to be over, but I just want them to prove to me that they're as good as the hype.
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, they've already wrestled a few times, so I'm past that. I'm not a Sami Zayn guy anyway, but they both need to move on to something fresh.
Okay. Let's see. I think that bringing out old SmackDown general managers is lame.
Yes.
But I was also thinking that might be the idea. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I'm like, God, it's almost as if they're telling these guys to go out there and be boring and be lame. And then I was like, a light bulb went off. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they are to make Shane seem more exciting running SmackDown as opposed to Teddy Long or Johnny Laryngitis, as they call him. So maybe that is the plan. But if it is the case, like I don't need this. Yeah. I don't need the old GM graveyard thing.
Yeah, and to cut it off before it happens, I don't need to see Vicky Guerrero again either.
Yeah,
I know that's coming.
I know. It's just a matter of time before Vicky happens, and I don't need that to happen. Did you get the impression, because it obviously we're getting the impression this is happening, but what are your impressions, I should say, of what appears to be the next big feud for the Wyatt family in the New Day?
Kind of surprised by it.
That's the term I would use. That I did not expect that. Yeah. The Wyatt family is not usually involved in like the title picture when it comes to the tag team champions. They're just kind of an entity all of their own. That feuding for the titles, I didn't see that happening. I kind of saw them taking on like maybe another threesome of guys, or maybe the club or something like that, but not New Day. Although I'm not complaining.
Yeah, because before Wyatt got injured, it's almost like they were on the brink of turning him face. Yeah. And now he's back to old Bray Wyatt. Yeah, and it's almost like Bray was going to be in a singles role, I felt like, maybe chasing the title or with Brock or whatever the case may be. So I was caught off guard that it's going to be New Day and Bray, and I feel like their styles either could not mix very well, which was my initial feeling, or maybe that now I think about it, they could maybe adding the humor to the darkness of the Wyatt family, there could be something there. Yeah. I feel like it's going to go either really, really well or really, really poorly. Interesting mix. Yeah, I'm not positive. I want to be optimistic that it's going to happen pretty well because of like when Wyatt's feuded with Shield and those matches were so good.
See, those were great, but I feel like that made more sense. Like that felt like a hand in a glove to me as opposed to this, which just doesn't. But I thought that last night was the first night I feel like where AJ was a definitive heel.
Yeah.
Not like a tween guy, not like
Yes.
we don't know if he's a heel. Like last night he was a heel, 100%. And he was good at it.
He was.
So I wanted to note that. I feel like the Cena feud is not over, and that's cool. Obviously, there's still no Finn Balor. I can't. I mean, how much can we talk about that?
I'm not going to talk about it until he shows up now.
Exactly. That's kind of the way I feel. I'm getting annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And the only other note I had from the show is that I'm noticing a lot of frog splashes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing, let's see, Rollins doing frog splashes.
Yep.
Kevin Owens.
Yep.
I think they call it the
Bullfrogs.
bullfrog splash, right? Enzo is doing a splash off the top rope. I'm just noticing a lot of these, and I'm wondering when they're going to rein those in, or if I'm the only one who's noticing this.
That may be a new trend, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Anything you wanted to mention from the show last night?
As good as a heel as AJ is, Natty Neidhart is the exact opposite already. She just comes off so bland and fake to me.
I can't disagree with you. I feel like it's not a natural fit for her.
Yeah.
The more I see of Dana Brooke, the more out I am on her. I'm not a Dana Brooke fan yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get there, maybe I won't. But I don't see what they're so impressed with there. And I didn't talk about the women's division, but
There wasn't a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see Paige wrestling again.
Sure, I guess.
In my opinion.
Yeah. So, anything else worth mentioning?
Nope.
All right. Well, listen, we've got a bonus episode for you coming up tomorrow or maybe Thursday or whenever we can get it up. But we're going to put together a wish list, Steve, as they're contacting older talent, as they refer to them on the articles I've been reading, guys over 40 and kind of viewed as over the hill in the world of wrestling, maybe for returns to WWE as this brand extension goes on. We're going to put together, guys, a realistic wish list of guys we may see over the coming months in WWE, guys we'd like to see, or maybe guys we hope don't get phone calls from WWE. For myself, the Rob, my tag team partner, Steve.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.